second, are they? Yeah, they are on 8. I thought they were starting on 3-2. Never mind. All that stuff I said about the runway, discount. Disregard.
That's a testament to how things are shifting, and here we go. We are underway with this race on that front line.
And Justin has won it on the ground for the past 2 races, and let's see what happens here.
Justin Metters, the black and white airplane in the middle. We'll watch as they get off the ground here, and Steve and Lowell Slater.
That's our second one. This is our first row. There's Lowell in the white plane, Justin Metters in the black and white plane. Both had, oh wow, Lowell really picked up his game.
Well, you talked about the importance of getting out front there, and he has done just that. So Justin Metters is going to have a far stiffer challenge than he has had all week, keeping up with Lowell Slater.
It looks like Justin's going to be the one doing the following, for at least for the first couple of laps. Let's see what happens next.
We'll stick with them for a good while here in Lowell Slater. He's won the gold here before. He would love to do it again. We heard him talk this morning. He's very, very serious about it. Justin Metters, what a great story. He's worked his way up. He is a paralyzed pilot. He does all his flying with his hands. Great story to working his way to the top of Formula One last year to win the national championship.
Very competitive individual. He was a motorcycle racer. He's done triathlons and all sorts of racing. But this has really piqued his interest. You can hear those engines really roaring.
Again, we have got a different race going on today. Justin Metters has been able to get out in front and hang on to that lead in all the qualifying races in Formula One, and today he is the man in pursuit. He will be the stalker.
Nice to be out in front for Lowell for a change. The air starts getting a little bumpy, and you know when you're getting in someone else's prop wash, so you'll see the second plane will have a more difficult time. There's Lowell right there. That is a Gilbert DG2. Afraid Not, number 31.
So of course Steve Senegal holding down third place right now.
With Justin Phillipson right behind him and no strings attached.
Steve Senegal, probably more goals owned by him in Formula One in this race than anyone else.
Like Senegal got the pass on Justin Phillipson, no strings attached. So now it's Afraid Not, Limitless, Endeavor, and no strings.
There's Afraid Not, your leader right there. Justin Metters in Limitless, the one giving pursuit right now. So a little bit of a turn of fortunes for Justin Metters, who's been smart enough, canny enough, made the right decisions to get out in front in each one of these qualifying races. Did not happen this morning. For just picking up with us, welcome to our coverage. We'll be here all day long in Reno. This is Gold Medal Sunday.
Just so interesting that just a small change in a propeller and got Lowell Slater off the ground faster, and now Justin Metters is in the pursuit.
Trying to run it down all through these 8 laps. Will go about 25 miles by the time it is all over. Lowell Slater and Afraid Not looking pretty strong right now. In fact, could be that they are extending that lead by just a tiny. Yes, they have added a little time to that lead.
Looks it.
As they pass the steel start-finish pylon right there. There's Endeavor, Steve Senegal. Running in third place. Behind him, no strings attached. Justin Phillipson, race 79.
Endeavor's. Yeah, so there's Endeavor. You can see the different wing style and everything. That is an Arnold AR-6 built by Mike Arnold and David Hoover many years ago, and it's a winner. It's definitely a winner.
Oh, absolutely. A
beautiful aircraft.
Proven national championship plane and team and pilot.
Was it 6-time national champion?
Six-time national champion. Back to our leader, Lowell Slater and Afraid Not already starting to lap some of the field. As he crosses the start-finish line and crosses into lap at 4.
Right, that was Des Hart that he just passed in Sleeper. And now Justin Metters is going to have to get around Des as well. This is when it gets interesting.
There's Lowell Slater running the race he has wanted to run all week long here. He has been behind from the start in all the qualifying races now. Continuing to slightly, ever so slightly, extend that lead over Justin Metters and Limitless.
It's crazy how much he's pulled out already. Here he comes, coming around for the start of lap number 6 of 8.
Boy, this is going to underscore the value of a start today. And Lowell Slater talked to us about it. You heard it if you were with us. He said, I've got the lane draw I want. I've got exactly everything in place to change my fortunes this time around on the day that matters the most.
Des Hart was just passed by Endeavor now, so the top 3 competitors have already lapped the last place competitor. There's Lowell in 31.
Second place, Justin Metters right now doing everything he can to squeeze a little more speed out of it, but it could be. Lowell Slater has put up a lead that is insurmountable at this point. We'll see. Anything can happen during the course of a race, but we are.
Absolutely. There's Justin Metters in number 34, Limitless. That is a snowshoe SR1.
Specially made for Justin Metters. There's the leader, race 31. Lowell Slater. Multiple championships in Formula One.
That aircraft seems to be smaller than some of the other ones, and but it fits the formula because there's a formula that they have to adhere to. And
white flag, white flag.
Here comes the white flag now. So here, Justin Metters has one last lap to make this happen, but it doesn't look like that's going to be.
He's got quite a deficit to overcome. Justin Metters now passing the steel start-finish pylon, and well, let's run it down.
Endeavor right on his tail.
Yeah, he may have to hang on for second place here, but hey, everything else is secondary to what's happening in race 31 right there. Lowell Slater, afraid not, absolutely flying his race, taking the lines he wants to take and having little resistance as he takes the final lap here.
He's coming around the west side of the course, the left side. He's coming around pylon 6. Very close to the finish of this race. Checkered flag is up.
And that's going to be it unofficially. Another gold for Lowell Slater and Frayed Not. 2019 Formula One gold. In second place will be Justin Metters and Limitless. And right behind, making it really, really close, Steve Senegal in Endeavor, race number 11.
20-5-11.
Okay, the winds seem to be mellowed out a little bit. So if you remember correctly, earlier in this week, Justin Metters had a oil cooler problem, and Steve Senegal helped him out with that. And he was this far behind.
They are a tight-knit group who love to beat each other's brains out. That's hard to explain, but it's if you watch them long enough, you'll understand that.
It's a friendly competition.
It absolutely is.
But like we say, I want to beat you at your best. I don't want you to lose on the ground.
That's true competitive spirit right there at its highest level. And let's take a look at some Formula One racing at the absolute highest level. Right, this was the race right here, Meryl.
Right here. The race off the ground, the race to pylon 1, that was the race.
Lowell Slater told us, he said, the start is everything for me. I've got everything in place. I think I've made the right decisions. I've got the right draw for my starting position, and he was right. It was a perfect storm.
Yep, the last 2 races he had to follow Justin around, but when it mattered, it was all Lowell Slater. You can see he was pulling away from Justin the entire time.
From the very start, and Justin Metters did. You can count on it. Every trick he knows to get the job done, to somehow cut that deficit, but it just wasn't working all 8 laps.
Of course, this is our unofficial results. I mean, if someone cut a pylon,
sure, yeah, it is all unofficial.
It all changes, but that was a great race. Nice to see.
Yeah, you figure a canny veteran like Lowell Slater is going to cross all the T's and dot all the I's, and we're going to assume for now that that is it.
There's Endeavor, that unusual body style and the big wing. It's just gorgeous. Very unusual plane.
And a legendary plane here in Formula One in Reno. Lowell Slater taking the final lap here Absolutely, having this thing under control all the way. Real power, great effort from Lowell Slater as he leaves the race course. In second place, Justin Metters, he put up a great fight all week long. A great campaign to repeat as gold champion, but he would fall a little short here in 2019. Let's take a look at our unofficial results. Lowell Slater there, race 31. Another gold medal for Afraid Not. Justin Metters a little short this time around in Limitless. Steve Senegal, the great one, in third place. Justin Phillipson, No Strings Attached, race 79. In fourth, Jerry Marshall in Tumbleweed, race number 4. In fifth place, Yingnang Zhao or Danny Zhao.
Danny Joe.
Danny Joe.
Yes.
Danny Joe. All right, I'll get it right. Outrageous in 12th place. James Jordan, Des Hart, 54 and 81. Miss Min and Sleeper rounding out our field of 8, and that is Formula One for today. And there's Justin Metters, obviously disappointed. Just a great story for Justin Metters, but came up against one of the greatest of all time in this sport. Lowell Slater today had everything going his way, made the right decisions, and Justin Metters definitely will be back. You can count on that. A super competitive spirit, all of these. More races on the way. We'll be back.